Hiya and welcome to my craft space. Today I'm working with Cricut and I'm going to unbox and set up the new Cricut Joy machine. I'm also going to have a look at what it can do. The Cricut Joy is the newest Cricut machine and it's small. So it's an electronic cutting and writing machine if you're not aware of Cricut. And this is going to be absolutely perfect sitting on my craft desk or in front of Netflix or for taking with me when I'm crafting away from home. So I'm really excited about this, but I think we should just cut into the box and have a look. So it's very well protected. I love the colour. It has plastic wrap on it, so I'll remove that in a minute. And oh my goodness, look how little it is. Seriously, there's my hand and there's the Cricut Joy. Fantastic. Also in the box there's an Open Me envelope, a power pack, and a Cricut Joy fine point pen. And the first thing I'm going to do is remove the plastic off here. Oh my goodness, it is so little. I knew it was little, but it's just so portable. It's incredible. And this colour, it's really nice, and it feels, it's like a little bit textured to sort of give you a little bit of grip, but here super smooth. All it has is a slot at the back that everything will come out of, and a little hole here for your power pack. It looks like a light on the top of it. And that's pretty much all it consists of. So if we open it, we can see inside. Just remove the packaging. And there's some plastic down here. Inside it just looks a little bit like another Cricut machine with the bars that it has. And then it has this little bit here, where this is the housing with the blade sitting in it. Just drop that down and close the clamp. And this will be where you put the pen if you want the Cricut Joy to write with. Super simple. And then it comes with a power pack here and the other side of the power pack. So a really long cord on it. I also was sent this power cord because this will fit my electricity. To plug it in, we'll just remove the plastic off here and pop this end in here. Pop this little end into the hole at the back here. And plug the other end into electricity. And you can see when I do that the light comes on. And probably now I should open the Open Me documents, which I probably should have opened before that. So in here we have Let's Get Started. Go to cricut.com/setup. We'll walk you through every step. And then there's a smart vinyl sample and a cardstock sample. The blade is already installed in the housing. And then there's also a standard grip adhesive mat for when you're not using smart products, and a fine point pen. So with all of the products that come in the box, you can get your Cricut Joy set up and start playing with it to see what it can do. There's also a warranty statement. To use the Cricut Joy, just like all the other Cricut cutting machines, you create projects, or you can use ready-made projects in Cricut Design Space. This is an app which is available on your phone or your tablet, or it's available on your computer, and all you need with the Cricut Joy is a Bluetooth connection to be able to use it, because you might have seen from the quick tour of the Joy that there's no USB plug or anything to connect it, so you use Bluetooth to connect it. So I'm going to set up the machine and have a look at making some things this video on my phone. But before doing that, I just wanted to run through some of the products really quickly. When the Cricut Joy was released, some new products for using the Joy were also released. So I'm super excited about this, which is a card mat. Using this mat and the Cricut Joy, you can make customized cards absolutely in minutes, super easily. So let's have a look at this. Okay, the card mat comes with some instructions here. Remove the protective top sheet, slide the back side of the card under the hard plastic cover, always align from the top left, and close the card before loading into the machine. Sounds simple as. And you can see here, unlike any mats we've had before, there's another bit on top of the mat. So in addition to the card mat, a whole heap of pre-cut insert card packs have become available, and these include the pre-folded card, an insert and an envelope in a whole range of different patterns. With the Cricut Joy, a whole range of smart products was also released. So the smart products can be cut with the Cricut Joy without a mat. So you don't need to adhere your vinyl or cardstock or whatever it is to your mat to cut. You can actually use it straight from the roll. I've got one here which is smart vinyl. So this is 48 inches of smart vinyl by 5.5 inches. So that's the width that you can feed into the Cricut Joy. And this one is a metallic matte silver permanent smart vinyl. So the backing is much thicker than the backing on standard Cricut vinyl. And you can also see on the back it will say what it is. So this one's smart vinyl permanent, and there's the grid system. And it's much thicker, and you can pretty much feed it in like this and cut a huge amount on here. This roll here is 48 inches, and the Cricut Joy could cut a pattern out of this entire roll. So you could cut a nice long wall decal or something and have it this long just by feeding this into the machine. I think it's amazing. I can't wait to play with it. In addition to the smart vinyl, there's also smart iron-on and smart label. The smart label is a permanent label, and it's writable, so you can write with your pen. Well, the Cricut Joy can write with your pen onto the smart label, and then the Cricut Joy can cut the labels out, and that's just perfect for quick pantry labeling, craft labeling of anything really. Pretty amazing customized labeling really quickly. As well as the Cricut Joy Smart products, there are other specific Joy products such as the infusible ink transfer sheets. These ones require the mat to use, so you attach your transfer sheet to the mat and cut it. And there are also infusible ink pens. Another product is Deluxe adhesive backed paper. So this is printed paper in many different patterns. There are a lot of different packs. This is just one pack. And this paper has an adhesive backing, so like a giant sticker. So you can cut whatever shape you want out of these and have a super simple, quick and easy sticker. And there are also various different pens you can use. So these are the metallic markers, but there are a lot of other pens also that you can pop into your Cricut Joy and have it write for you. As well as all the smart products, you can also cut your standard Cricut products by using the mats. Mats come in a green standard grip or the blue light grip versions. I'm thinking the Smart products are ideal for the Cricut Joy because you can cut that 48-inch pattern out of it. So that's 1.2 meters, and the pattern can also be repeated up to 20 feet long. So that's actually 6 meters. So although an individual image can only be 48 inches long, you can repeat that in an even longer strip, and this machine will cut 6 meters of length all in one go. So I find that amazing, and certainly that's not something that my Cricut Explore can do. So I love that. And another thing that I really love about it was the ability to make cards in the 2 minutes you have before racing out the door to go to whatever it is that you've forgotten to buy a card for. So this seems incredible, and also just the portability of this, amazing. So I am really excited after unboxing this and can't wait to play with it. So the first thing we need to do is set up the machine. So you need a phone, a tablet or a computer, and you need a Bluetooth connection for this one. I'm going to set Cricut Joy up using my phone. So I'm just going to click on the Cricut Design Space app, and that's going to open Design Space for me. If you don't have it set up already, you will receive prompts as you go through the setup here. But all I want to do is go on to Machine Setup, and I want to set up a Cricut Joy. So I've plugged in the Joy and I've got the power on. Press Continue. Okay. So I need to allow Cricut Design Space to access the device's location. I just went into here and activated location, and then my machine seems to appear here. It says Joy, so we're just pairing that. It says Success Paired. It says Machine Updates. Always when you buy anything you have to update. So it's doing 1 of 2 updates here. The Joy's now just making a noise. Okay, we've got success. Your machine is up to date. So and that's just where they're going to register the email for my Joy. So my Joy is now registered and set up against my email address. And now it's talking about subscribing to Cricut Access, and I'm just going to click maybe later here. This is where you just subscribe to all of the images, and there's over 100,000 images and fonts which you'll have access to. So this says let's test a cut, so why not? Let's pick this flower and say next. Prepare for cut. Confirm the blade is set in place with the clamp closed. Insert smart vinyl under the guides and up against the rollers. The sample of smart vinyl, so I'll just pop that in there. Oh. And the rollers automatically sensed that. And then it says start cut. To start the cut, tap go. So let's do that. It now says cutting, and we can indeed see it cutting. Then it says test cut complete, and we select next, and it says to continue tap unload. So we'll tap unload. It unloads from the machine, and then you can see the flower we've cut here. I'll just pop this out of the way a little bit. And what I'm going to do, this standard mat came with the Joy also. I'm going to use the vinyl for this. These mats are adhesive for sticking cardstock or vinyl to, and they always come with this protective layer which you need to reuse. When you take this off, you can often lose it on your desk. I certainly can. So I'm going to use the vinyl to put onto that layer so I can find it. Now usually with vinyl, you're to cut around this and weed all the negative off that you don't want, and then use transfer tape to transfer the vinyl to whatever you wanted to apply it to. I have heard that with simple cuts using the Smart Vinyl, you can treat it a little bit just like a sticker. So I'm just going to grab a bit of the flower and see if this indeed is true, and whether I can just pull the flower off. Easy. So there it is. I've put the cover back on here, and I'm just going to pop this on here and smooth it down. So here we have it, and now when I take this off, I'm going to be able to find it a lot more easily because I've got my vinyl flower on it. Now I just want to cut the cardstock on here just to show you how to do that. I was finished in the setup wizard, and then I've just clicked on canvas here to look at the flower in the canvas. This is how you can design images by using your canvas, but this is too much for all in one video, so I can do this in a separate video, or there are a lot of other videos out there using Cricut Design Space. All I want to do is make it, and I'm going to cut on the cardstock that came with the Joy, so I'm going to do it on the mat. I'm not quite sure why I disconnected from the Joy then, but anyway, I assume maybe it's medium cardstock. I'm not actually sure what type of cardstock it is. I've just selected medium cardstock, and I'll pop the cardstock on my mat, just pushing it down there on the standard grip mat, and I'll load it. Once the roller sense it's there, it just does that, and what it's doing there is making sure there's enough material to cut on based on the image that I want to send. So then on here I select go, select unload, and that's the mat. So after I've cut cardstock, I always put the mat upside down and peel the mat away from the cardstock, not the cardstock away from the mat, as I've found that that can make the cardstock curl. Some of the cardstock will still be on the mat, but you can just use your scraper to remove that. And then here we have the flower and cardstock. This is now a perfect die cut for anything you might want die cuts for, and hopefully you can see how easy it is just to cut a cardboard image out. And it's just as easy cutting the cardboard or the vinyl or the iron-on. They all work the same. You can just create different projects once you have them. So on my phone I'm going to select home, and then I've gone down here and selected free for Cricut Joy. These are a range of ready-to-make projects which are free when you purchase your Cricut Joy machine. And I'm just going to select this Lots of Love card. And then with the card mat, I'm just going to remove the protective cover here. Get one of my insert cards, slide the bottom of it under there, and line it up with these blue guidelines. And put the top down. So this is a bit sticky, so it will stick to it, but I'll just give it a little bit of a push down, and then pop that in there, and select Make It. and continue. I'm not quite sure why I'm needing to connect to this every time. I'm not sure if it's because I have my Bluetooth connected to my watch. I'm not sure at all what's going on there. But anyway, let's select the material. So it's insert card, cardstock. And then it said load the tools. So we'll just give that a push so the rollers catch it. The first thing it does is go through and make sure there's enough material on the mat to do its job. And then we press go and it will start cutting. We can see here it says preparing and now cutting. Okay, so now it says your cut has completed, unload mat, so we'll select unload. Here I have the card on the mat and now I want to remove it. I've just got this Cricut spatula here to help me ease the card off. And what I'm hoping is that what I want will come up and what I don't want will just stay down on the mat. So all I'm doing is sort of gently pulling up on the card and meantime using the little spatula to sort of get under where I'm going. Hope that makes sense. So, like so, and then we'll pull the back of the card out. And there's probably a couple of little bits here. I think there's a couple of little bits that haven't come off. I'm just going to use my nails. I have my weeding tool here, so I'm just going to use those to help ease some of these bits off that didn't want to come out. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. There's some very delicate little pieces you can see. Well, if you see in there, very delicate little pieces, which a couple haven't come out. See, there's one here. But you can see how delicate and intricate that cut is. I think that's pretty much it. I think I've got all the little bits off there. And now what you do is you select one of your backing cards. Now with this pack I have no choice. There's just the card and then the insert. And that's fine because it's a pretty cool black glitter. And you just get the insert card. And the Joy has cut these 4 little bits in the corner here. And you basically pop your corners of the card into those slots. So from the back it looks like that. Here's the card here. It's quite detailed and I'm actually really impressed with that and the cutting capabilities of the Cricut Joy. I'm excited to play further with it, but I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing and first impressions and initial play with it. Hopefully you can join me in future videos where I will film some tutorials all the way through to show you how easy it is to use this machine. This is just going to be a great addition to my craft space. Hopefully you've enjoyed this and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!